Miss, like promised, got a very special guest, Miss Shalon Gillon in the building. How you feeling, Shalon?
I'm doing pretty good. How y'all doing?
We're doing pretty good. We was in a slight little bit of rush trying to get it recorded and everything, but slowing it back down now. I'm glad you're in here with me this afternoon, though. I'm very excited about this interview. I know I got a lot of things to ask you. I want to know a lot. I know you got a lot you want to tell as well, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to give y'all a little bit of background info on Shalon. Writer, blogger, Christian leader, and entrepreneur. She's the founder of 70 by 7 blog site. She has an associate's degree in elementary education from Northwest Community College, and she started 70 by 7 in January. And we've been keeping up with each other on social media for the longest now. We just been watching each other grow, and it's getting more and more amazing to me as women, just simply because it's kind of hard in any industry for women to do anything. So I like to shine light. I'm finally shining light on women, and I'm more than excited. So let's go ahead and jump into these questions, because I want to know a lot, everything you got going, Shalon. What made you want to write, and do you write poems or do you just blog?
When I was younger, I wrote poems. I wrote a lot of poems. Of course, it never goes away, but as I got older, I started to want to blog. I feel like when you blog, it's really more to express yourself and to help the people in your age group, as well as younger than you, as well as older than you. Mm-hmm. So now I blog, and I still write poems from time to time, but I really actually enjoy blogging. Really.
I was just about to ask you, what do you prefer? You prefer blogging much more?
Now, yes.
Okay.
At the age I am now, I prefer blogging. My poems, girl, they were, girl,
like too deep?
Like Dr. Seuss, girl, so.
I feel like
I love Dr. Seuss. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Dr. Seuss, but blogging really helps. I feel like older generation,
I can understand that. I do. What does 70 by 7 mean, and how was it started?
Okay, actually it's 70 times 7. Mm-hmm. And it's actually a scripture in the Bible, St. Matthew 18:21 and 22. Mm-hmm. And it's just when Peter asks Jesus how many times should he continue to forgive people who were, doing certain things towards him or sinning against him, how many more times should he take, something like that. Mm-hmm. And Jesus' response was 70 times 7. And a lot of people will look at that like, 70 times 7, 490, but no, he meant like an infinite number, like always. Mm-hmm. Like that was the meaning of it.
So which number means always? Both numbers, or is it just 7, or is it 70?
Well, 70 times 7, the whole thing just means an infinite number, like always, like always. It's not a specific number. That's what it's meaning,
Got you.
Yeah.
It's honestly interesting. I of course wasn't thinking, that deep. Of course I wasn't thinking for that deep, but I'm glad you're letting your fans know.
Definitely.
That, it's definitely way more deep than that.
Yes.
The fact that you bringing God into it, that kind of just drew me closer.
Yeah.
So what made you, pick that scripture? What made you read that scripture and say, oh, that might be good for my blog site?
Honestly, I was born and raised in the church. My grandmother is a pastor, Pastor Corinne Shumpert. And so I've always been interested in the Bible and stories of the Bible and just the word in general. Mm-hmm. And that particular word really resonated to me. Really, maybe about 3 years ago, I had to go through a situation where I had to, forgive a person. Mm-hmm. And I really studied on that, and I feel like I just became an advocate for forgiveness, because once I was able to forgive that person, like blessings started coming, and doors started to open, and opportunities that I missed started to come back around. So I actually seen how important it actually was to forgive a person. Mm-hmm. And that scripture just further lets me know, no matter what somebody has done to you, or no matter what they did to you, just forgive them. Always forgive them. It's not for them, it's for you, always.
And that was even deeper than the scripture, because we don't always think, forgive this person, and
yes,
we're not thinking about the effects of later.
Girl,
we're never thinking of later. And you said you had to forgive somebody, and you finally seen that when you did, it kind of took weight off your own. It took weight off you.
Definitely.
Not even about them. It's just brought light to you, not even, you know what I'm saying?
That's it. And that's what forgiveness does to you as an individual. It's never for the other person. It's always for you.
And that's
as
the
the
crazy
individual.
part.
Yes.
That's the crazy because we don't think about this. Like, to take the time to actually forgive somebody, because we always in our selfish ways.
We not gonna forgive too quick.
we never want to forgive too quick.
Yeah.
We're trying to watch our own back, but
Yeah.
that make a lot of sense though, just to bring light to forgiveness
Mm-hmm.
and actually see what you'll get out of actually forgiving somebody.
Yes.
So is that the only effect you had from 70 times 7? What effects has 70 times 7 had on you and others?
Well, like I said, for me, it literally set me free. It literally caused me to be able to live life completely without anything holding me down or any, burdens or, just the cares of the world. Like, I no longer feel like I used to feel when I was carrying around unforgiveness. Because unforgiveness will, cause you to be mean and bitter and upset and just not yourself, just not who you know you can be. And for others, that's also why the Lord blessed me. I'm glad the Lord blessed me with this ministry, because I feel like it'll help somebody else. Just to see how easy it really is to forgive another person.
Right.
So that they can be blessed, so that they can live a life that they know that they can live and that they want to live.
I like your message. I like how you coming across with it. I think it's much deeper than a lot of people gonna accept. It's like some J. Cole music.
Yes,
like
it's like some J. Cole.
Yeah,
girl.
sometimes it's too deep. It's too deep for people to understand, even want to get into. Like, I think that's what I think about J. Cole music a lot. And what you just said was amazing. Like, cause how young we are, we don't process and think a lot of things through. And I think today is the day that we should start, because it's a lot of things going on. And
girl, yes, and that's another thing. It is not a certain age where you should forgive a person. You know what I'm saying? Like, growing up, we go through things like from what our dads did, our moms didn't do, or friends that left us, you know what I'm saying? And we hold that in until we get older, and then we be a person that we don't really want to be, you know what I'm saying? And so forgiveness should start as young as you know how to forgive, you know what I'm saying? And it will help the outcome of your adulthood, I feel like.
I totally agree. I do agree with what you go through as a young person. It does travel as a young adult. Even as an adult, it might go as far as, as an old person.
Yes.
I totally agree.
Yes. Old people that's bitter and mean, you already know what it is.
Well, Shalon Gillon, you guys, like I promised, we already getting into things. But right after this Drake, Nice for What? Don't have to be nice to these men no more. If you want to, you can. You don't have to. Right after this Drake, we're going right back into these questions. Shalon Gillon, stay tuned, 92.1. Back with Miss Shalon Gillon. We've been having a good interview so far. I know we started a little bit late, but we still getting it in. We talking some good God. Look, I have no problem talking God. I need that every day. Every day. How you doing? You still doing good? Hoping I'm turning you up a little bit in here. I know I was rushing a little bit. I was thanking you for your patience. Honestly, thankful that you came in here with me just to sit down, for the hour.
Yes.
Super appreciative. Like, can't thank you enough.
Girl. Thank you.
Can't thank you enough. We're going to get back to these questions, though, because that first little bit was amazing. You gave me a little bit of background about forgiveness, and we have talked about that a little bit. How has forgiveness and unforgiveness played a role in your life, in your dreams? Has it impacted your dreams as well, or is it just your life, your personal life that it impacted?
Oh, girl. Everything. I feel like dreams, my personal life, everything. Like I said, unforgiveness, well, going back when I was younger, you wouldn't know because I smile all the time. You know what I'm saying? But it's when you get home and nobody's around, when you get home in your room and the smile is gone, and even the will to want to, I told you I used to write, the will to want to write, the will to want to do anything, you know what I'm saying? It was absolutely gone. Unforgiveness can really take a damper on dreams and goals and just anything you're interested in. Like, we talked about playing basketball and stuff like that. Like, I'm talking about nothing. I didn't want to do nothing. So definitely when I built up the courage to forgive and took that first step and got in my word and start praying about it and really start trusting God to heal my hurt, girl, I'm talking about my life changed tremendously. And I feel like the life that I live now is a prime example of it. Like different opportunities, like I said, that I missed when I was in that state of mind, I feel like that passed me by because I just wasn't ready. I'm ready now, and they are coming back around. Even I feel like, including this, you know what I'm saying, like you offering and coming, just, you know, from a shirt, really, and then like, oh, well, let me put you on the air. Like, I feel like, wow, me?
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
You know, it's an honor, girl, so definitely.
I go through that too with, I know we just talked about me playing basketball, and I know a lot of people were confused. But I got that same story. I know I had to pray a lot, like just to get through simple things like practice, just
simple things,
weights. You know, it's simple things that
being in front of people.
Yeah,
simple
I felt was a struggle. I had to go ahead and just pray and be like, maybe, you know, I know. You know my path. Yeah. I'm not gonna ever question you. I'm not gonna question you. I'm just questioning this current situation. I don't understand this situation, so I just had to, you know, understand that better. And when I did get released, like I told you, I just said, you know, this is time for me to actually follow what I want to do instead of you know just pressing on behind what's just natural. Because basketball was honestly just extremely natural. Definitely. And you know, and once you work towards it, it becomes more easy. But
exactly.
I think this, you know, I'm passionate, just as passionate as I was with basketball, and I think God knew exactly what He was doing. You know, put me through a struggle just so you could see you got to do this, you know, just to be where you want to be.
And I'm pretty sure you had to. I'm sure you took that hard because I know I would have took it hard.
Oh yeah.
And even in that, I know you really had to forgive, like, you know, coaches or people who you feel like supposed to have had your back, but then teammates
to this day.
Yes, to this day. So I know forgiveness definitely had to play a part in that with you also.
Huge. I had I know when I got released, I had, and like I told you, I had zero relations. Like they never tried to get to know me, and I know when I got released, they tried to tell me. One coach was like, "Oh, your priorities are messed up," and I'm just like, "Wow, there's no way you can tell me something like that. You don't even know who I am. You haven't tried to get to know me." So forgiveness, I'm still learning that, but it got easier, like you said. When I seen what it do for me, definitely had to let a lot of things go and just say, you know, that's their life, this is my life. Yep, I'm gonna do me. Speaking of doors, you know, all the opportunities you said opened up. What doors have they opened up for you? And you know, since it published.
Well, people that I don't know, that I don't have any relationships with, they will inbox me or contact me through other people that's close to me about one of my shirts, and I just feel like that's an honor because just the message itself is very necessary for it to get out. It's not about the money, it's not about who off and where, it's really about the message. If I can get that message out or help get the message out, that's what I want to do. Different opportunities within my church and different opportunities just within my community, really. And I know there is going to be more opportunities and better opportunities and things that I'm going to encounter soon.
I do too. This. I think it's like you just said, the message. The fact that you want to get the message across is, I feel like, is really what's going to push it.
Yes, it's important.
It's just this generation, to me, is stagnant on the word. Like, we don't have to. I'm not going to push the word down somebody's throat, but I do feel like we are stagnant of knowing it. Even just being in church sometimes, you know, we miss that a lot. And I'm not gonna say people around me have to be godly, this and that, but I do like the energy. I love the energy. Just like this right now, like I'm feeling like God, you know, put this together specifically. We've been knowing each other for 4 years, we just said, but this right here is I feel like it means a lot, way more than just social media. And I love that you said the message has to get across, because I think
it has to.
It's wonderful. You know, it has a great meaning.
It is. Kind of like you said, it was deep. When I first read it, I'm like, this is deep, you know, and I just really want the message to get across, because looking back at how I was and looking at me now, I realized it was just that one step that I had to make. I just had to forgive, and that's it. For me to grow spiritually, for me to grow even mentally and emotionally, girl, because it really took a toll. It took a toll on me.
I can believe it. I don't think, you just keep saying stuff that spark in my head. I don't think people are growing spiritually. I think that's what I was just saying before. Like, sometimes I feel like I'm weird because I be wanting people to just be like, you know, you have God in your life? Do you think about starting? Like, do you put your problems in His hands the same way I do? I'm not saying you have to the exact same way, but do you give Him your problems? Like, do you?
That's how I am. And like you said, you don't want to beat the word or beat Jesus in nobody's head, but it's the fact that if you have Him in your life or if you're seeking Him, the feeling is so liberating, girl. You are so free from a lot of different things. Like when challenges come, you won't feel like you would if you didn't have Him. You know what I'm saying? If you have Him, it'll really help you get through and get over something or forgive or accept an apology, whatever the case may be. Having God in your life is definitely something that we all need.
Yeah, and he has the answers. I feel like and we
to everything.
Yeah, and we definitely do need them. I feel the exact same way. What are your future plans for 70 times 7?
Okay. Well, first of all, 70 times 7. The apparel originated in January, but it's always been since last August 2017. It's my blog. That's the name of my blog. 70 times 7 blog at wordpress.com. So I write, and y'all can visit that. But I write some really, I feel like, good stuff that I really want people to read. And I felt like I was a little discouraged. I'm like, nobody's reading this. Nobody is reading this. So I said it has to be something else I need to do to get the word out as well as to get my blogs out, because I want people to read this. So I said I want to do apparel, t-shirts, whatever. I was talking to one of my sisters about it, and like I said, January I kind of started writing it down, and then March, that's when I ordered my first shipment of shirts, and it was amazing, girl. It was amazing. I didn't think I could do it, to be honest, but when I did, I was just like, this is so easy. This is easy. So I constantly kept doing it. People was actually buying the shirts.
I got a lot of feedback.
And that was a big shock as well. But I had to start believing in me and actually believing in my dream and believing in what I had going on. So that's what made me kind of branch off into an apparel. For the future, I would like to, actually I want to own my own daycare. That's my future goals. I want to own my own daycare.
Use that degree, because
use that degree.
I'm trying to put mine away. So
that's my ultimate goal. But in this, I would like to have a Christian boutique type thing, and it will also, of course, be entitled 70 times 7. And I just want shirts, apparel, journals, pens, anything that could be in there.
I like that.
A Christian store, you don't see many Christian stores.
You got way too many good ideas. You slick blowing my mind.
Thank you. Eventually.
And what I was saying before, as African American young women, it's so like it's hard. I feel like it's so hard. Before I even got, I haven't stepped my foot into anything, but I know that it's gonna be a challenge.
This is amazing. This here is amazing.
And I get good feedback, but I'm trying to tell y'all, like I feel like I haven't got anywhere. I feel like it's a lot to, I just feel like it's a lot more. A lot more I could do.
Just girl, if you bask in this, I promise you, the Lord will take you higher, because this is a blessing in itself, and it may seem small, but it's not. It may seem small to you because we on the outside looking in, but it's not. I promise you, this is a blessing, girl. You need to enjoy and bask in where you are now, and just know that you will go higher. So,
thank you so much, y'all. Shalon Gillon. We done had a good one. Like, I really done had fun. And I know I was late. I can't stop apologizing. I'm gonna eventually stop apologizing.
You are good.
But we done had a great one, and I actually learned a whole lot. These ideas she has are amazing. I hearing it come from her is just like, I want you to do. I need you to go ahead and get that into play, because I'm definitely gonna be involved in that. I need pens, everything. I got my shirt. Facebook, y'all can't see it. Viewers can't see it. I mean, listeners can't see it, but Facebook viewers and all that, My girl hooked me up with a shirt. She got 70 times 70 shirts, forgive shirts, forgiveness shirts. So many colors, varieties. Shalon, where can we find you on social media and where can they get your apparel?
Okay. My social media, my Facebook is Shalon Gillon. ShalonGillon. It's a lot. Snapchat is simply _Shalon, SIMPLY _Shalon. But mainly, guys, my website is www.70x7apparel.com. That's SEVENTY times 7, the number 7, apparel.com.
Yes, ma'am. And y'all heard it. Shalon Gillon. I thank you so much for sitting down with me.
Oh, thank you, girl.
This
thank
is
you
amazing. We're going to try, because I've been trying to get my YouTube started for the longest, but because I got so many vids, because people been wanting these, they've been wanting these visuals. I know somebody going to want to hear yours back again, because that was just too inspirational. Like I said, I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Everything you got going is just amazing.
Thank you.
You know, in this little bit of town we in,
yes,
we getting a lot of things done. Like you told me, we got to bask in it because we only gonna get bigger.
That's true.
These conversations that we having, I feel like God, you know, he, of course He listening, but He know our true heart, and that's what really mattered. You know, a lot of people, they can talk, and I'm gonna put this pressure on it because I just feel like my generation, people our age is missing something.
Yes.
I even say people with my brother age that was born in 2000, like it's something missing. Like it's something that can be tweaked. And I'm not saying it's God, but I'm saying it's some type of structure. You know what I'm saying? Some type of structure missing. Yeah, okay. DJ know they do with the guidance. I will say that. I will say it's a lot of guidance.
It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot of guidance. It's a lot of like you said, structure. Sometimes the way we are brought up. But mainly, girl, I will say God. I will say God is gonna be the number one thing in our lives. You know, the number one thing we need to look toward, we need to trust in, we need to believe in, we need to look to instead of people, because a lot of times people can, my pastor said all the time, my leader here in Oxford, sometimes we look towards people for counsel and they're operating in the flesh, not in the spirit, so therefore they tell us something that they just telling us. They didn't get that from nobody but their own self.
I think we're going through that right now with Kanye. I think a lot of people.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people taking his word to heart. Like
they're taking his word to heart.
Like I like your music, but it's just I'm not finna take everything you saying verbatim. Nah, I can't do it. And like you said, we need to be sick. We need to be sick in the spirit and not the flesh.
Yes,
because that's what we do. I mean, there's a lot of confusion right there.
Yeah,
the flesh,
and that's where we go wrong a lot of times. And like you said, everybody is not raised in church like I was, but it's never too late for that relationship with God. Just like we see relationships with our fathers who weren't in our life, or mothers who left. Seek God for everything, girl. I'm telling you, like that's the only thing I can say that has gotten me where I am now. I can say.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you everybody who is tuning in right now. Facebook Live. Shout out to Shalon Facebook Live. It went up. We're going up. Thank y'all so much.
Thank y'all so much.
We had a great one. About to get to this 2 Chainz in a sec. It's Proud, YG, and Offset. Y'all, Miss Shalon Gillon. Thank you so much. Multiple times, 10 times.
Thank y'all.
92.1 Rebel Radio. Thank you.